Hi everyone, this is Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to give you guys a comparison between the Kindle Voyage here on the right and the Kindle Paperwhite 3 on the left. Both these devices have the exact same software, so there's no differences there. It just comes down to hardware differences, which device you want to choose. So the Voyage is more of the premium device. It's got some higher end features, and then the Paperwhite here, it's got some, it's a little more budget friendly. It starts at $120, and then the Voyage starts at $199. So let's go ahead and talk about the hardware differences first. So they got the exact same screen, and we'll talk about the screen a little bit more here in a second. But as far as the differences go, so the Voyage, it has this flush front screen. It's really nice. It's kind of like all on one edge, and then you've got these page sensor buttons right here that give off a little haptic feedback that you can turn on and off in settings, and it does require a good press to use these buttons. It's not like just tapping the touch screen, so you don't have accidental presses, which is nice. And this device is very thin. It's got tapered edges. The back's got this like soft coating to it, and the power button's right here. It's got this flash layer right there. So this is the highest grade Kindle. Like I said, you've got the page buttons, and it also has a brightness sensor for the front light. So that's the premium Kindle. Then the Paperwhite 3 is like the mid-level Kindle. It's got a good amount of features for the price. It's a bit thicker than the Voyage, and we've got a different sort of style back here. It doesn't have those tapered edges, it has rounded edges instead. I kind of like how it feels a little bit more because I have large hands. It kind of fits my hands a little bit better. With these really thin edges on the Voyage, I absolutely have to have it in a case in order to get a good grip on the edges. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to show up on the camera, but in person there's definitely a discernible difference in the background color on these two devices. Let's try to get them both right under the light. The thing with the Voyage, it has a lighter background color than the Kindle Paperwhite 3. The background color on it is just a little bit darker. I don't think it's going to show up that great on the camera because it's very subtle. What it comes down to is that the Voyage has this capacitive layer on the screen, and this has a capacitive touchscreen as well, but it has this micro etched glass, and that sort of makes the text just float off the screen a little bit better. Another place where it's quite obvious is comparing these two images. These two images right here, like on the Voyage right here, it's noticeably blacker. The dark coloration on the dark spots are definitely blacker than they are on the Voyage. So the Voyage, even though it has the exact same screen, or the Paperwhite, even though the Paperwhite has the exact same screen as the Voyage, just the way it's implemented, it is a little bit clearer and nicer on the Kindle Voyage. The text just sort of stands off the page a little bit better. And when you're using the front light, the background color is a lot whiter, more paper-like in appearance, ironically. So let me go ahead and turn off this light, and then we can show you the front lights and how they compare. Alright, so here's the look at both screens with the light turned all the way down, so obviously we can't see much at all here. So if we go ahead and put these at a comparable midway setting or lower setting here, so we both got 7 on them. It's about a little bit comparable as far as the brightness is. Let's go ahead and go max so that you can see the tone difference between these two. So the Voyage definitely has sort of a whiter tone. If I put my hand over this, the auto brightness will kind of show the colors better. But my camera does adjust for brightness, so it's kind of impossible to show this just how it is in person. But the Voyage definitely has sort of a more whiter color to it than the Paperwhite. It's a little bit yellower, perhaps. It's not quite as bright either. It's a little bit dimmer here at the full setting. So my camera automatically adjusts brightness, so it's going to be hard to show lower brightness levels, but the mid-level brightness is really nice on these ebook readers. Like I said, the Voyage just has more of a natural white background. The Paperwhite has sort of a more of a yellowish tone to it, but front lights vary so much from unit to unit. You're going to be hard pressed to find them identical anyway, so it's just sort of one of those things you have to look out for. So one difference with the Voyage, it has the auto brightness sensor, so it'll detect the amount of light and sort of automatically adjust. For whatever reason, it doesn't really work that great for me. A lot of times I'll like turn it on at night and it'll be like blaring bright, and I'm like waiting for it to adjust, and it doesn't. So I always just end up using the manual anyway. So just sort of one of those things that I never use auto brightness on tablets either. It's just sort of one of those things, if you like using it, you probably like it. If not, there's really no need to use it. Okay, so I wanted to mention that, like I said, both these devices have the exact same software. They're going to have the same features. We don't have the new typesetting engine installed yet, but that'll be coming soon. So I do have this side-loaded book. I like using this book because I have hyphenation embedded, which you can do with Caliber, and I also have this font embedded, which I really like. It's nice and thick. It looks nice and good. So this is what the new Bookerly font looks like. So with the release of the Paperwhite 3, Amazon released this new Bookerly font. It's not available on the Voyage yet, but it will be soon. I just don't like it compared to this font. It's definitely quite a bit thinner. I don't know, that's just sort of the way Amazon's going with their fonts. With the high resolution screens, they seem to make their fonts thinner than they used to. So it's just one of those things. Some people like it, some don't. You can embed fonts using Caliber like I did with this book, because I really like this font better and Amazon doesn't offer it. Let's go ahead and compare two of Amazon's fonts at the same time on here. This used to be their standard font, but now they've changed it to Bookerly. So I'm not going to go over the software features because I cover all that in the main reviews. There's no reason to. These devices, like I said, they operate at the exact same speed. Everything software is the exact same. So we just have the hardware differences when it comes to the Voyage's upgraded little micro etched screen here where everything's on the same level, and the Voyage has that indented layer, or the indented screen, and then the screen isn't quite as light colored as the Voyage. The text isn't quite as dark. So there are some advantages with the Voyage. You got to spend an extra 80 bucks to get the Voyage, but there are some advantages with that. Just sort of depends on your personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Check out the ebookreader.com for some additional information. I'm going to be posting a full review of the new Paperwhite, and if you wanted to see it compared with Kobo Glow HD, I'm also going to be posting a comparison between those next. So thank you for watching. You folks have a good day.